마참네 해봅시다. 호라이즌 제로던 때의 악몽을 지워봅시다. 멍청하게 슬로우 있는 것도 모르고 그냥 무식하게 엔딩까지 봤었던 그 게임. 이번엔 그렇게 하지 않으리. 자체 초하드 난이도. 그러니까 아 진짜 왜 그렇게 했냐.
Through a lifetime spent in the pursuit of knowledge, one question consumed
아니 이거 이렇게 투척물을 던질 때 슬로우를 걸 수가 있어요.
How did our world
그렇게
come
해갖고
to
맞추는
be?
거였는데 멍청하게 슬로우 하는 법을 몰라가지고 그냥 쌩으로 쐈다니까.
The old ones perished 1,000 years
글씨 좀
ago,
작네.
triggering the extinction of all life.
슬로우가 뭐냐고? 몰라. 그거 어떻게 쓰는 거니?
She showed me how it was reborn. A little outcast girl, ignorant
저 때도
of her own
못생겼어.
importance.
어휴,
Through her, I learned that life was only
어릴 때가 너무
saved
못생겨갖고
through a
차라리 지금이 좀 잘 큰
technological
것 같기도 해.
Zero Dawn. A terraforming system composed of 9 subordinate functions, each playing its part to reshape Earth from a barren rock to a lush landscape. Tended and protected by the machines.
개점.
And with her, I learned the deepest secret of them all. The secret of her birth. That she is a clone of Elizabeth Subek, Zero Dawn's creator,
상상도 못한 정체.
born to prevent a new extinction. Driven by Hades, a malevolent AI, given sentience by a mysterious signal of unknown origin, and with a little help from me, she prevailed in a great battle at the city of Meridian, becoming a champion for all humankind. But as useful as she has been, now I must leave her behind.
그러니까
For as
지금
she
저기서 더
strives to
빵빵해진다는
correct what
얘기죠?
Hades
네.
sundered, I
1편
have
후에
made a new
좀
discovery.
잘 먹었나봐요.
One that heralds both destruction and opportunity.
자막 크기 키울 수 없나? 추락시 자동 전개. 자막 크기. 특대형. 노안이 온 투수들을 위해서는 특대형이 필요하지. 자막 배경은 필요 없죠. 본인을 위해서라고? 아니 나는 내가 내 화면을 보기 때문에 아까 전에 것도 괜찮아. 특대형으로 했어. 그래픽 모드 프레임 위주로 하라고요? 그거 해도 잘 못 잡는다는 얘기 있던데. 해봅시다. 보통으로. 탐험가. 정보를 최소로 한다고? 싫어. 난 마커 있는 게 좋아. 아, 썬더조 피규어 팔 때 샀어야 됐는데. 풀포 버전하고 비교한 거 봤는데 뭐 물론 플스 5가 훨씬 좋긴 한데 풀포도 나쁘지 않더라고요.
Elizabeth, the land is dying. People are suffering. Soon.
같은 내용이라고? 아니야, 풀포가 오히려 더 성능이
All because of a
괜찮았었던 거지.
terraforming system that's spiraling out of control. And only I can fix it. Only I have your genetic code. It won't be long before we hit the point of no return.
이거 저 게임이 포켓몬이라서 그런 거라고?
And then extinction. I've been searching for months for what I need. A backup of Gaia, the AI you designed to control the system. But every time I think I have a lead,
진동이 되게 미세하네.
and every night I have the same dream.
진동이 배터리 많이 먹지 않냐고요? 맞아. 패드 저한테 좀
I'm
커요.
walking under a brilliant night sky, through a field of flowers.
좀 해봐야 될 것 같아.
And when I arrive at the center,
에일로인 도대체 왜 이렇게 됐을까?
I see you, Elizabeth,
동일 유전자 맞음?
waiting for me. Even though you've been dead for 1,000 years. You're the closest person I've ever had to a mother. And for a moment, I feel whole. But it never lasts.
왜 이렇게 빨가냐고? 뛰어왔나봐. PC 유전자가 섞여서 그렇다고?
I'm always left alone.
옆모습은 좀 괜찮은 것 같은데 앞모습이 도대체 왜 이렇게 됐을까?
This world is your legacy, Elizabeth. I won't let it slip away.
하관이 문제라고요? 광대 쪽 문제 아니야?
The valley below is my only remaining lead. My last hope to find the backup. I'll do whatever it takes to get it. I promise.
나이가 좀 먹긴 먹은 것 같은데 그냥 다 문제라고?
If it isn't Aloy, the savior of Meridian, and anointed of the Nora.
You know I hate being called that stuff.
Well, consider it a punishment for running out on us the very same night we beat Hades.
전장에서 몇 개월밖에 안 지났다고요? 근데 왜 이렇게 된 거야? 무슨 일이 있었던 거야?
Not much for parties.
Yeah. That one was in your
여포.
honor. Just saying. So, what are we doing?
6개월 지났는데 저렇게
Must be
됐다고?
urgent since you
뭘
left so
먹고 자란
fast.
거야?
Delving into ancient ruins? Or maybe it has something to do with the blight.
아니 제 얼굴 보면 와 그래도 많이 괜찮은데 하다가 여주인공 얼굴 보면 저게 뭐지?
I should.
Oh no. I've been dragging you a long way. It's okay. After everything you've done to help Lenora and my family, I swore an oath to help you, no matter what. You're stuck with me now. Like bark on wood.
Okay, but if you're going to come with me, you'll need to be able to see what I see.
표정 같은 건 괜찮은데
A focus. Never thought I'd get your second sight.
I'll give you another one later and show you how to back up your data.
Data?
나보단 낫지 않냐고?
Information on the
조용히 좀
device.
해줄래?
We've got a lot to cover. I'll have to explain everything as we go.
나도 저런 거 하나 있었으면 좋겠다.
You see like this all the time?
Since I was a little girl. Come on.
어디서 하나 주워왔나 봐요.
Shall we?
아유, 똥겜만 하다가 보니까 그냥 눈이 시원하네.
Alright, I got a couple of scrapes on the way here. We should find some medicinal plants. Stock up. So it's time for your first lesson with the focus.
Sounds good. Let's get started.
뒷모습만 보여줘요. 불편하니까.
These plants don't look like the ones in the sacred lands.
아, 앉아서 하나씩 하나씩 따고 있어. 참을 수 없어.
Bitter?
Yeah, well, at least they make you feel better. Alright, we should keep going.
Might want to grab more of these plants along the way.
Yeah, good idea.
그래, 물이 이 정도는 돼야지. 아유, 진짜 포켓몬 개똥겜. 게임프링 망했으면.
Look there. More of the blight.
사실 거죠?
The blight's infecting all the plants.
맞아, 물 그래픽 쩔던데.
If it keeps spreading, nothing will grow.
That's why we have to fix it.
내 패션이 어때서? 님들이 뭐 패션에 대해서 뭘 알아요?
I don't know
I
what
see
these
a
ropes
few
are,
ways
but
down.
we
짚라인을
can use the
해서
line to slide
점프하고.
down.
What are we after exactly?
The backup? Well,
아우, 진동.
it's an AI. It's
4K로 보냐고요? 아니요. 4K로 보려면
think
TV
of it
봐야 돼.
like a set of instructions that can fix the world.
Sounds complicated.
확실히 플스5 패드 진동이 좋긴 좋아.
Yeah, I ran into some trouble on the way here. Must have blown my gear.
Light makes my throat itch.
진동이 어떠냐고요?
Salvaging machine parts.
은은해요.
And there they
강약 조절이 좀 더 세밀화돼가지고 묘한 손맛이 있어. 레이싱하면 개전다고요? 그럴 것 같아요. 막 그런 진동 같은 거. 맞아. 근데 총 게임 하면은 손이 아파.
Arrows in that machine.
전에 아웃라이더즈 하는데 총 쏘니까 손이 계속 웅웅웅웅 거리니까 엄청 피곤하더라고.
Someone took down this machine recently.
Who else would come here?
I don't know. We better craft some arrows of our own. There might be trouble ahead.
There's some ridgewood by the stream.
아, 청량하다 진짜. 눈이 정화된다.
All right. Now to craft some arrows.
게임하면서 손 마사지하면 이득 아니냐고? 손목이 아파. 진동이 하도 와가지고. 알로 화살을 선택하고 X를 눌러라. 제작은 빨라서 좋네요. 정한 다 하셨나요? 이제 에일로의 얼굴 보고 오염시킬 시간이라고? 응, 아니야. 주인공 뒤통수만 볼 거야. 정면으로 절대 안 봐.
There's a ladder, but can't reach it from here.
Nothing a well-placed arrow can't knock free. Just have to target the lock.
실망이다. 난 여기서 이렇게 손받침 해줄 줄 알았는데. 가까이서 솜털까지 본다고? 얘 솜털을 보고 싶어? 뭐함? 어우. 야, 진동 좋다.
After you.
근데 피곤한 진동이야. 오래 하면 진짜 좀 피곤하긴 하겠다. 비원베이 본 것 같다고요? 이거?
I don't know. The transmission, the message I found didn't say. Only that a backup might be here. We need to find a way in. So, what happened after I left Meridian?
Well, there was a fuss when people realized you were gone. But then some of us figured
그렇다면 몇
you
시간이
only would have
걸릴까?
left if it were for something important.
You were right about that. The blight's not just poisoning plants. It's killing animals too.
Then people will get sick too. And starve.
We're not gonna let that happen.
전작이랑 비슷하지 않겠냐고. 전작을 내가 몇 시간 했지? 이게 또 막 포인트들 찍고 다니고 그런 게 있어갖고 생각보다 길 것 같기도 하고. 버파 깍두기 볼 때가 엊그제 같은데 벌써 이랬다고. 아저씨. 힘주어 열기?
Find anything good?
A few supplies.
자동차 터리범이 됐어요. 그럼 없나?
Down this way.
그럼 30시간 넘었다는 얘긴데.
Get to the grass.
Never seen one of those before.
진짜 이번에도 썬더조 줬으면 한정판 샀을 텐데 메머드는 별로더라고.
Those dead machines have it on alert.
How do you want to handle it?
The focus can help us. We can scan the machine before we make our move.
Okay.
R3.
Give it a second. Okay. See how parts of it are glowing? Those are its weak spots.
Got it. Its eye. It's a weak spot.
Right.
I'm ready.
Okay, concentrate.
이것도 땡기는데 시간 있나? 조준 시간에 시간이 느려지게 만들어서 정확도를 향상하세요. 이거를 몰라가지고 어? 야, 어그로 끌어. 오우야, 뭐임? 뭘 던진 거야? 아, 부품 떨어졌구나. 일어나는 거 뭐지? 주는 거 뭐야? 이거 주는 게 있구나.
Another one's coming.
뭐 한 마리 또 왔대. 키 헷갈린다. 띵. 아이 뭐야 너. 니가 대신 맞았잖아.
How does the Focus know all that?
It reads data on the machine.
Like a hunter studying its prey?
Yeah, kind of. So after the fuss over me leaving, what did everyone else do?
일부러 썼냐고? 아니 제가 앞에서
As soon as the celebration
얼쩡거렸어요.
was over, my mother led the rest of the Nora home.
아 이거 뭐 이거 별로야. 이거
City.
한 땀 한 땀 따고 있어. 그냥 손으로 슥슥 훑지. 동료가 눈앞에 있는데 시위를 놨다고요. 저도 급해서 어쩔 수 없었어요. 통과할 줄 알았지. 그리고 내가 화를 겨누고 있으면 지가 알아서 피해야지. 내가 그런 것까지 얘기를 해줘야 돼?
Got it.
You said you've had a Focus since you were a child, right?
Yeah. Found my first one when I fell into a ruin. Got the others from an old cache not long ago. It's good to have extras.
전력 질주. 이것도 스태미너 게이지 있고 그러진 않겠지?
Going into a ruin of the old ones. Goddess protect us.
Welcome to the
We'll be
Farmers
okay.
Launch Facility.
Far Zenith? I know they made some tech trades with Zero Dawn, but why would they have a backup of Gaia?
Please register with reception for the tour.
I guess they want us to check in with them.
Please hold for identiscan.
알사람으로 달리는 거 별로던데 바꿀 수 있냐고?
Please wait
근데
here for personnel to
여분의
assist
키가
you.
없는 것 같은데?
Dr. Sobek.
Okay.
근데 조작에서는 변경할
Guess
수
they weren't on
있더라고요.
great terms with Elizabeth. Well, let's find a way in.
Please hold for identiscan.
기준품 박스 맞아? 이거 쓰레기통 아니야?
Credentials not recognized.
I guess it doesn't like me either.
I should be able to pry this open. There's climbing gear. Guess someone dropped in from above. Whoever left us here might have also shot those machines we found earlier.
So where are they now?
아, 죽는 거 좀 별로.
What's that stench?
Entire camp. Wiped out. They must have come here to delve for scrap.
야, 빨리 파밍해
That
파밍.
explains the smell. And it looks like something big came in from above.
Crashed right through the camp. And through the wall. I should take a look at the rubble in that gap.
자막을 특대로 했는데도 작다고요. 맞아요, 좀 크다는 느낌은 없어요.
Whatever came through here brought this down as it went out. If I can dislodge some of the debris, we might be able to squeeze through. Maybe I can find something to help in the camp.
Aloy, over here. I think I got something. It's some kind of Osram prototype, I think. This hook looks like it can latch onto things.
And this gear pulls it back.
It looks broken, but maybe we can repair it. Hook it to the debris.
And pull it out. That could work. The focus can help us search the camp and identify anything we can use to fix the tool. My focus picked up a couple of things to check out.
Poor guy. Acid burned right through his armor.
Part of a machine could help fix the gears. Machine cable. Stronger than rope. Alright, I think I have what I need to repair the tool. Or maybe even make something better.
You could use this workbench.
튜토리얼 친절하네.
There. Pole caster. Now to test it on the debris.
격자 모양이 있는 물체를 조작하도록 해주는 다목적 도구입니다. 그냥 넘어갈까봐 확인을 진하게 누르게끔 해놨어요. 친절해라. 이렇게 해도 누군가 자체해야 된다고? 아유, 힘도 좋아. 장사야. 이거 취소는 어떻게 하는 거지? 활 쏠 때?
That worked better than I thought.
누구처럼 튜토리얼 대충 넘기는 사람 때문에 이렇게 해놨다고요?
Easy way out of here.
누구래?
Scan the area. We have to find a way to keep going.
Huh. What's this thing for? Whoa.
Good morning. I'm Oswald Dalgard, and it is my pleasure to introduce you to
에일로이가 그냥 맨손으로 끄집어내도 됐겠는데?
Forget what you think you know about us. Our truth is simple. We say reach for the stars, even if you have to cross 8.6 light years of space to get there. Please proceed into the auditorium, where we'll unveil our plans.
Wonder what's in this auditorium.
Guess we'll find out.
슬로우 없이 깨는 광인이 있다고? 대단한걸? 누구지?
Pulse didn't turn up much. I better scan. Oh, I might be able to get up there. I don't think I'm doing this right.
이렇게 안 되나? 여기서 점프해서 매달릴 수가 있나? 점프와요 X를 누르라고? 이렇게?
Wow, that worked.
That pole caster's useful. Too bad there's only one.
Don't worry, I'll find you another way up.
그냥 줄 내려서 같이 가면 되는 거 아니야? 이 X 표시는 뭐지? 헐. 이동승, 아, 전력질 줄 알았네. 뭐죠?
Okay, I gotta drop the ladder for Varl.
저건 어떻게 먹는 거지?
There you go, Varl.
Thanks.
라라랑 에일로이랑요? 에일로이가 이기지 않을까? 저 위에 상자는 뭐 다른 데 가서 이렇게 오는 방식일까? 여기서 먹을 수 있는 방법은 없어 보이는데. 보다 보니까 정든다고?
Humans, Homo sapiens, us. We have always pushed the boundary as explorers, pioneers, trailblazers. And now Far Zenith is taking the next leap into the future. That's why we're proud to have resurrected the Odyssey. When our government's abandoned in orbit, Far Zenith will actualize in less than a decade. But that's only the beginning. When the ship is complete, we will send the Odyssey and her crew where no one's gone before. The Sirius system. There, we'll create humanity's first off-world colony. The Odyssey may take 300 years to reach it. But when we look up at the night sky, we'll know they're on their way. And in the words of our founder, the late Peter Chinvumbe, the truest form of immortality is...
Data corrupt. Playback stopped.
The old ones could fly through the sky?
중요한 부분을 끝내.
Between the stars?
Well, yes, sort of. That ship, the Odyssey, it never made it to the other star. Something went wrong, and it blew up. Is that why Elizabeth gave them a backup of Gaia? For their colony?
Error. Public presentation file corrupted. Member recruitment file available. Do you wish to reactivate?
Yeah, reactivate. Let's see what else they had to say.
We all know the projections. Economic instability, new biocontagions, rampant AIs. How long before another catastrophe creates unacceptable risk for the world's elite? We here at Far Zenith believe, escape the inevitable. And so we reach for the stars.
익숙해지기 시작했군.
Now you've seen what we're building here. Infrastructure to support the Odyssey's construction. A state-of-the-art data center to facilitate rapid technological advancements. And you've seen how we're managing public perception.
노린 거냐고요?
So invest and join us.
옆모습은 괜찮은데 앞모습이
Claim your
이상해.
birth on the Odyssey. Preserve your way of life beyond the concerns of Earth.
Well, they were right about the world ending. They just didn't know how. Yet.
So everything they said back there about the next step for humanity, it was all a lie. These people only cared about saving their own skin.
Yeah, well, didn't work out for them in the end. That Oswald guy mentioned a data center. There. The backup. It should be stored in there.
Won't be able to swim across.
I guess we'll have to find a way around. Come on.
The wilds have really grown over this place.
소는 언제 타고 다니냐고요? 나중에 나오지 않을까요? 야, 이걸 뜯어내네.
Deeper into the creepy ruin we go.
What is that?
You would have been what killed those Osram.
뱀인가
Keep your
봐.
guard up.
Oh, my guard is up.
Up here. Careful. Don't want those things to call in some friends from underground. Okay. You take the left one. I'll deal with the one on the
저게
right.
메카 킹용이냐고요?
Okay.
쟤는 좀 킹용 느낌 덜 하고 좀 더 멋있게 생긴 애들 있지.
Moving up.
I need to sneak up on it to take it out with my spear. Can't let it see me. I should scan it first. Check its patrol path.
이것도 주워줘.
Okay, there's its patrol path. Gotta get closer and stay out of sight. I can throw a rock to distract it. Get it into a position where I can sneak up and strike. Just have to wait. Damn! Spotted!
아, 돌 줍다가 걸려버렸네. 걸리면 다시 하나 봐.
Sneak up on it to take it out with my spear. Can't let it see me. I should scan it first. Check its patrol path.
아니 돌을 좀 여유 있게 주고 싶었어요.
Gotta get closer and stay out of sight.
수전 노냐고? 위에 있는 애는 신경 안 써도 되나 보지? 근데 얘 여기서 한번 일어 쓰잖아. 굳이 이렇게 할 필요가 있나? 아 이러고 걸리네.
Spotted.
아 생각보다 예민하구나. 다시 해 그럼. 포켓몬을 하고 왔더니 애들이 이렇게 예리할 거라고 생각을 못했네.
I should scan it first. Check its patrol path. Gotta get closer and stay out of sight. Didn't work. I'll try again. Gotcha.
Mine's down too.
너도 다시 쓸 수 있나 보네. 지금 오랭 열매 던진 거라고? 그래도 꽉 차면은 보관함으로 알아서 보내주네. 저까지 와도 모를까? 여기 앞에까지 오잖아.
On your lead.
공격되나? 풀숲 안에서 만나면 눈치채지 않겠냐고. 저기에 관심을 끌고 있을 때는 가도 상관없나 보네. 그냥 풀숲 앞으로 바로 던지고 찔러도 되지 않냐고? 그러게. 그냥 여기 앞에 이렇게 여기서 대기 타고 있다가 요 앞에다 던져놓고 오는 거 찔러도 되지 않을까? 인식이 어느 정도인지를 모르겠네. 이렇게 쫓아가도 모르나?
Got 'em all. I've been meaning to mention, I noticed you have a new look these days.
Yeah, I know. Didn't have a lot of time to shave when I was trying to catch up to you.
난이도 그냥 보통이에요.
Don't worry, it's not permanent.
Good.
Sorry my whiskers offend you, anointed.
Looks like this little guy got caught up in the blight. I couldn't escape.
I hope it didn't suffer long.
이 동네는 여우만 사나봐. 보통이라니 실망이라고요. 보통이 제작자가 안배한 최적의 난이도란 말이에요.
The Osram must have used explosives against the machines.
They managed to
엘로이
get a
얼굴이
couple.
역병에 휘말렸냐고? 약간 독 때문에 좀 부었나? 주러가 귀찮네. 말이
There's a
심하다고요?
barricade here. Machines must have broken through.
투수 말에 맞장구 쳐준 것 뿐인데 왜 내가 말이 심하대?
I'll keep this for later.
Guess that Osram didn't have a chance to use it.
포션을 마시려면 시간이 필요하지만 체력을 즉시 회복하고 최대치를 넘어서까지 체력을 높일 수 있다. 좋으네. 미리 먹어놔도
Careful.
되겠는데?
Traps ahead.
Huh. Might be able to disarm them. There. Managed to salvage some supplies.
And not blow yourself
Dismantled
up.
it. And got more supplies. Looks like another camp.
While we're here, maybe we can make some traps of our own.
야,
Might come
이거
in handy against machines.
마크 해놓은 거
Good idea.
없었으면 되게 불편할 뻔했는데.
Oh, I don't have the right supplies to
바람.
craft a trap. But it looks like the Osram shot off some machine parts.
그니까요.
We might
뭐
be able to
없으면 못
scrounge up enough
찾았겠는데.
materials from them. I can use this.
탐험 모드 너무 변태 같다고? 맞아요.
Okay. should have what I need to craft a trap.
재료를 줬다는 건 쓸 일이 있어서겠지.
There. Explosive trap made.
If anything walks into one of
그
those.
때문에 우리 게임 몰입도가 깨지고 있는데 끄고 하자고요. 안 돼. 그럼 길 못 찾아. 게임
Over
엔딩
here.
못 봐.
Aloy, I think I see a way up.
Machine's ahead.
Don't think they spotted us.
얘는 어떻게 올라가?
Scan them.
알아서 오나?
I've seen this machine before. A scrounger.
이 앞으로 지나가네.
Me. Let's see where its weak points are.
Maybe we could place one of those traps you made in its
아,
path.
여기서 함정을 깔으라고?
This here.
까는 자리에다가 해야 되네. 아깝잖아. 그냥 은신으로 죽이자. 은신 킬이 안 되나? 좋던데 뭐가 아깝냐고요? 무슨 소리예요? 저거 다 들고서 간단 말이에요. 부담까지 들고 가냐고? 이런 건 튜토리얼에서 쓸 게 아니라고. 맘모스 잡고 그럴 때 써야지. 컵까지 와도 모르나?
We're clear.
암살 범위가 생각보다 넓어.
You've been in a lot of old world ruins. Are they all like this?
They all have their secrets, but every place is different.
아이템은 참을 수 없지. 그래픽 이 정도는 돼야지. 여기 그냥 매달릴 수 있나요? 작은 폼이고.
Whoa. That machine we saw earlier must be on the move.
Let's hope it doesn't come this
포켓몬 들으라고 한 소리냐고? 걔네는 양심 없는 거지. 겜프릭도 정신 차려야 돼요. 그래도 사서 플레이한 사람이 있다? 멍멍 꿀꿀. 응, 그래도 겜프릭이 더 잘 팔아. 아, 열받네 진짜.
That's a big storm picking up
겜프릭
out
언제
there.
망하지?
Yeah. And they're getting stronger. And more frequent.
So the storms, the blighted lands, the rivers and lakes choked with algae. You were born to fix all that?
Yeah. But I can only do it if I find that backup. I think we're winding our way around to the data center.
그래, 그냥 대충 만들어도 팔리는데 뭐하러 돈 쓰냐.
Hey, Varl. There's data here. You scan it with your focus. This data mentions the tech that Far Zenith traded.
제로던 거래 계약.
The Zero Dawn. It doesn't explain how they got it back up.
I'll keep an eye out for more data. Let's see. Huh. A lot of glyphs. I'll tuck this away to study later.
이런 거 있으면 진짜 편하겠다. 알아서 번역해줘.
Looks like we've got to climb up.
그런 거 만들 개발자가 홈프리에서 사갔다고?
Okay?
Yeah. Guess we won't be
점프해.
going that way.
강점프해, 강점프. 2단 점프해. 그래, 이렇게 쉽게 해줄 리가 없지. 여기에 사다리가 있었는데.
That looks like the way we came.
아, 그래요. 비켜줄래? 올라가게? 좀 비킬래? 열받게 하지 말고. 이것도 올라갈 수 있나?
This place is really falling apart.
Well, it is 1,000 years old.
진짜 못생겼다. 잊을만 하면 한 번씩
Looks like
튀어나오네.
some kind of meeting room. That door on the other side's locked.
There's another one of those glowing things by the table.
옆모습은 괜찮아요. 정면이 문제야.
Onzu.
어우.
The Zero Dawn terraforming system, the brainchild of Dr. Elizabeth Sobek. Empowered by 9 subordinate functions, Gaia, the core of the system, is capable of advanced planetary engineering, an obvious advantage to our space colonization efforts. Operation Phase 1. Establish an asset within Project Zero Dawn. Status complete. Phase 2. The asset will secretly beamcast a complete copy of Gaia and her subordinate functions to this facility's data center. If all goes well, Zero Dawn staff will remain completely unaware of the transmission. Risks. Discovery of this operation could result in Zero Dawn withholding the already negotiated Apollo database. Special care must be taken not to alert Travis Tate, the expert hacker in charge of Hades Protocol. In addition, extreme caution must be exercised in regards to Dr. Sobek herself. As one of the world's preeminent technologists, she may have instituted unforeseen security measures. A complete assessment is attached. This concludes the executive summary.
I thought Elizabeth sent the backup here, but she didn't. Far Zenith stole Gaia.
Aloy, why does that woman look like you?
아니 저장 공간 부족하다고.
It's okay, Pearl. We look alike because we're the exact same. Genetically identical.
But she was one of the old ones. How can you be her?
Because I wasn't born. I was made. By a machine. It's why I'm motherless, why I was cast out as an infant.
I don't understand. What kind of machine can make a person?
Remember when I said the backup is like a set of instructions? It's more than that. It's called Gaia. And for a long time, she cared for the world until she had to destroy herself. So she made me to bring her back. I'm the only one who can. And this place is my last hope.
You once said the goddess spoke to you when you went into All Mother Mountain. Was that this Gaia?
Yes, but she's not the goddess, Laurel. There isn't one.
How can you be sure?
에일로이한테
Sounds
엄마
like
없다고
she
해도 패닉
anointed you
아니냐고?
with a sacred task.
아니 그래도 본인이
I have
상처받잖아.
time to figure this out. And you will too, with the focus. But for now, the reports said they were going to store the stolen copy of Gaia in the data center. So that's where we have to go. Okay?
Huh. Look at that. Aloy, over here. I found something you could use.
이 엄마는 기계야.
A weapon. Thanks, Laurel. We should keep moving.
After you.
머릿결은 뭐 타고나는 거 아니겠어요? 폭발 슬링. 아 트라우마라가 안 좋은 기억이 떠오르는. 아니 저거를 슬로우 거는 법을 몰라서 생으로 던졌거든. 이걸 밟고 가는 거 아니야?
I think we're almost back outside.
Good. Look, that must be a machine.
It's heading in the same direction we're going. Great.
쟤도 잡으라고 시키겠지?
Another one of those machines. I could try a new weapon on it.
스태미너 목이 스태미너 개념은 없나 보네.
I can do more damage to it while it's brittle. I better switch to my bow.
올라왔다. 어? 떨어졌네. 알아서 잡아줬네. 못 올라가요?
More of the Austrian delvers. And a lot of acid. That big machine must have attacked as they tried to escape.
They didn't stand a chance.
Looks like we can cross over here.
So, you said this backup is the last hope.
All those places I've been these last few months, there were supposed to be more backups. But 1,000 years ago, a guy named Ted Farrow
왜
purged them.
올라온 거지?
Was he part of
아
Farzina's
일로에서
too?
가는 게 맞구나.
No. He was worse.
점프해서 다 하나? 저게? 불길하다. 애들이 하나씩 죽고
She
있어.
must walk right through them.
These guys couldn't catch up with me.
이 표시는 뭐지? 얘네가 갈고리 당긴 장치를 만들었고 그 아까 큰 애들한테 다 죽었나봐요? 걔 산성물질을 뿌려댔다는데 뱀 같은 애가
Machines patrolling ahead.
We can tag them in the focus to keep track of them.
여기 앞까지 오지 않았나? 근데 행적은 저쪽만인데 아 야비야 정정당당하게 하라 하니까 딱 걸렸잖아 한 마리 또 있었네 뭘 던져주는 거야 선물 줬네
Okay, now how to get out of here?
얘랑 계속 다녔으면 좋겠다 제가 저렇게 중간중간 템 던져줄 거 아니야
Machine ripped right through the wall.
근데 초기니까 같이 다니겠지?
There's a ladder in the back.
야 비켜 하던 사람 어디 갔냐고? 아니에요 저는 동료 믿어요 내가 도망 다니면 제가 알아서 잡아줄 것 같아
So tell me something. Sona was really okay with you not going back to the Sacred Lands?
As the Nora war chief, she understood why I was
말이
obligated.
심하잖아
But as my mother, she wasn't pleased.
Is she ever pleased? I don't think I've seen her smile.
Me neither.
일로 와놓고 뭐하는 거야 이쪽 모임? 한두 마리가 아닌데?
Three of those things.
망했네.
And if they slaughtered all those Oseram, we'll never get through to the data center.
There's no way to slip past them. They're too tough to fight head on.
We could find a settlement. Convince some hunters to help us.
That would take weeks, and we don't have that kind of time. Maybe all we need is that shuttle to fall.
That thing? How?
We'll figure it out. Just wait here.
Aloy.
Trust me.
And there she goes.
싸우기도 전에
Just make it over
쫄깃하고.
to the shuttle.
저 정도면
figure out how to
쫄만하지.
fall into the basin.
저거 봐요. 아유, 손이 아주 튼튼해. 아, 이제 나 혼자 가야 돼.
If I can make it to that tower, I should be able to find a way across to the shuttle.
여기도 한 마리 있겠지? 야, 너 왜 이렇게 빠르냐? 좀 천천히 좀 가. 아, 잠깐만요. 아, 좀.
Maybe I should stick to my spear for now.
아, 한 마리 또 있었나봐. 걸린 거 아닌가? 걸렸네. 아이, 잠깐만요. 안 쫓아와? 어이, 뭘 던지기도 하네. 그래도 다운되는 동안 약을 먹을 수가 있어. 암살을 하면 쉽게는 잡는데 저런 부파가 안 되니까 재료 쪽으로는 조금 손해인가 봐. 어이, 쭉 미끄러지네.
There. That ladder can get me up to the tower. Okay, there's a rail up there. I think I can reach it if I launch myself off that grapple point.
여기서 붙일 게 있나?
Don't get up high enough. I better try this again.
옆에로 붙을 수가 있나? 허공으로 도약을 하세요.
Got it.
이게 사람인가? 탈인간이네.
So all along, there were 3 giant machines killing Oseram and leaving acid everywhere. Great.
나라가 벽 밟고 다시 위로 뛰는 거 보는 느낌이라고.
Well, that sounds good.
새벽 2시까지 할 거냐고요? 2시 전에 끝내야겠고. 뭐? 저기로 뛰라고? 닿는 거야? 정말로?
Made it. Easy.
물로 뛰는 거 맞겠지?
That was close. One rickety tower down. On to the next.
탈 인간이니까 가능한 걸로.
There is a cable here. Maybe I can ride it to the other side. Well, more to go but up.
뭐 다 부서지기만 해.
Looks like there are massive clamps holding the shuttle in place.
여기도 기계 돌아다니겠지?
I'll bet there's a control
은신풀이
console
있는 거
nearby.
보니까 돌아다니는 것 같아요.
If I can release the clamps, the shuttle should fall right into the basin. Great. The machine's in my way.
무신놈이 성질 낸다고? 안 부서지게 잘 만들었어야지. 또 한 마리 있는 거 아니야? 저기 한 마리 있는데. 방향은 이쪽인데. 야, 가만히만 있는 것 같은데? 여기 앞에도 한 마리 또 있잖아요. 의심하면 앞으로 다가오나?
Got this place to myself now.
친절하네. 다 잡으면 나 혼자 남았다고 얘기해주네. (1편) 안 해본 사람처럼 왜 이러냐고? 1편을 언제 했는데 그걸 아직도 기억을 해. 말이 되는 소리를 해.
Okay.
1편이 몇 년 전이야 도대체.
Crush those machines down below.
그런 식으로 우리 택배가 돌려가냐고. 뭐야, 택도 없잖아요. 사 5년 전 걸 어떻게 기억해. 1탄 하면서도 와 그래픽 쩐다 그랬었는데.
The shuttle's caught up in those cables. I'm gonna have to climb the tower to find a way to disconnect them. Now, how do we get up the tower? Scanning with my focus could help here.
네, 플스 5요. 이쪽으로 들어가는 게 있나? 아유, 장사야, 장사. 어떤 장면에서 빡빡해 보이고 어떤 장면에서 홀쭉 보인다고? 이 옆모습은 괜찮아요. 옆모습은 괜찮은데 정면이 이상해. 그래서 다시 보니까 괜찮을 것 같은데? 이게 뭐지? 아닌데? 좀 괜찮아 보이는데? 이게 계속 반복되니까. 너무한다고? 얼굴 프레임에 비해서 눈, 코, 입이 너무 몰려있다고요? 그냥 총체적 난국인 것 같은데 광대도 너무 크고 좀 뭔가 좀 전반적으로 문제가 많아요. 조합이 잘못됐어. 야, 매달려야지 저거는. 아니 근데 또 이렇게 얘도 이렇게 좀 하나씩 떼놓고 보면 나쁘지 않을걸? 눈만 보고 코만 보고 입만 보면 나쁘진 않을걸? 위치가 잘못된 건가? 제 생각엔 여기 독 올랐어요. 독 때문에 부은 거예요. 지금 운동하는 거 보니까 살찐 거 같진 않고 독 때문에 좀 부은 것 같아.
Okay, that creaking doesn't sound good. We're gonna have to detach those cables quick.
안면 근육까지 단련됐다고?
This should be the right spot.
이것도 낙뎀이 있겠지?
There. That connector's holding the cables together. It should break if I shoot it. One down. I just need to climb higher and attach the second set of cables. Scaling an ancient rickety tower.
야, 한번 점프를 또
Killing
한 번 또 하면
machines
어떡해.
waiting down below. Maybe you're almost right. No turning back now.
프레임 드랍이요? 아직까지는 뭐 그렇게 나쁘다라는 느낌은 없는데 모르겠네. 저기까지 점프가 된다고? 근데 60 방어 못한다는 얘긴 들었어요. 세상을 식량을 지키려면 이 정도 근력은 있어야지. 그래서 오로도 방어 못하냐고? 뭐 그렇다던데? 들리는 얘기로는.
Almost there. There's the other connector.
한 마리는 살 거야. 그리고 나중에 빌런으로 나오겠지. 클론으로 만들면서 유전자 조작을 좀 한 거니까. 고릴라 같은 거 섞은 거 아니야?
Plenty, where are you? Finishing this the hard way. I need to take this thing down to get to the data center. Scan for weak spots. Okay, what's that weak spot? That sack's full of acid. I should target it first.
아, 심하다고? 걔 나와있으면 날 때리려고 하지? 여기 있으면 안 맞지 않을까? 여기는 안 맞으면서 내가 화를 쏠 수 있지 않을까? 아! 호락호락하지 않아. 아, 약속 또 어디 갔지?
There! Those canisters are exposed now. I should aim for them.
움직이네 이제. 무슨 거 뭐였더라? 잠깐만 치. 화살도 만들어야 되는데? 잠깐만요, 저한테 시간적 여유를 주실래요? 나 지금 헷갈려. 무기 어떻게 바꾸더라? 아, 선생님 한 번만 봐주세요. 아, 나 지금 헷갈린단 말이야. 아이, 못 따라가겠네. 아, 카드 너무 오랜만에 잡았단 말이야. 봐주세요, 선생님아. 또 어디 쳐야 돼? 어디야? 어디 약점이야? 아유, 너무 틈이 없다. 나 지금 노랗게 된 데가 다 약점이야. 꼬랑지? 야, 그래픽 봐. 메탈 질감은.
Damn it, it broke free! I gotta take this thing down fast. Track frost ammo. Or my focus might find something I can use around here.
살려주셈. 아, 이 패드 이거 아직 힘드네.
Let's see what this can do.
한 개 더 있지롱. 아, 잠깐만. 오자 좀. 나 어디 있는 거임?
It's dead. Finally. The data center should be straight ahead. I guess Varl's gonna have to find another way there.
마스크 쓰면 이뻐진다고? 그게 팁이야? 저 꽃들이 마킹 안 했을 때 아이템 먹을 수 있게끔 힌트 주는 애들인가 봐.
Once I get the backup, I can reboot Gaia. Fix the system, heal the blight. Restore Elizabeth's dream. But is it still there? Okay. I should find the server room. I'm close. I have to be.
낙뎀 있겠지? 아니야, 탐험이 불친절한 거래요. 그거 했으면은 큰일 날 뻔했어. 여기까지 오는데 하루 종일 걸릴 뻔.
It's here.
Gaia version 6.9. Initializing. Hello.
Hi,
아니요. 그거는 너무 불편할 것 같은데.
Elizabeth? Travis Tate.
Now, what's this we got here? A Farzan's conspiracy to steal a copy of Gaia? And her subordinate functions? Naughty, naughty. You want me to handle this, Liz? Blasphemers! Brood of vipers! With a mighty hand I smite and pour troubles upon you! This ain't no copy of Guy you stole, you losers. But it's the mother of all logic bombs. So good luck repairing your data. And next time you start thinking you can outsmart a Tate, remember my salute.
엔딩 볼 수 있었는데. 호락호락하지 않군.
Aloy?
머리 왜 저래?
The goddess.
There is no goddess. I told you that already. That's not Gaia. It's not what I'm looking for. It's nothing but a fake.
I got it.
삐졌잖아. 아까 뭐라 그래갖고 손 안 잡네.
You have a sharp bite sometimes, you know. But it was pretty amazing to see you fly off that tower and blow up the entire basin.
The thing is, there's going to be more of that. I'm out of leads, Varl. But I have to keep searching.
가이아 백업을
Fast.
찾는 게
Whatever
여기
risks I
목표인가
have to
봐요.
take, I will. And it doesn't make sense to have someone with me. Someone whom I can
같이 하자
hurt.
그래.
This is on me, Varl.
같이 하자 그래.
Nobody else.
가끔 폭탄 던져달라 그래.
Hold on. Before, in Meridian, you said there was a man who helped you. Silence. You said you used to talk to him a lot about things you discovered from the old world, things no one else understands. And he gave you the lance you used to defeat Hades.
He's gone, Varl. I haven't heard from him since the battle against Hades.
Sure, but Spy Master Murad back in Meridian, he's good at finding people, isn't he?
Varl,
Come on, it might work.
그래 도움 좀
Plus, you'll get
받아.
to see some friendly faces again.
Okay. I guess it's worth a shot.
We've got a long walk ahead.
위험한 건 너 혼자 하라고? 아니 세상이 망하게 생겼는데 같이 하면 얼마나 좋아. 토할 것 같은가 봐.
Son, it's true. She's come back.
Bless us. The savior of Meridian has returned.
You earned this welcome. You saved them.
그럼 상점에 있는 거 다 공짜로 주시는 거죠? 설마 나한테 막 돈 받고 그러진 않겠지? 그건 그거고 이건 이거라고.
Murad, Aloy has an urgent matter to discuss.
Shane,
That makes two of us. I've sent forth hunters for weeks. To sunfall all the way to the sacred land, searching for you. Something happened at the spire.
근데 원래 영웅한테는 밑도 끝도 없는 지원해줘야지.
I'll show you.
강도라고?
Watch your step. You saved us all, to be sure, but we're still cleaning up the mess. It happened right after the solstice. We were able to explain it away, thank the sun. Otherwise, it might have caused a panic.
아, 1편 마을인 것 같은데 기억이 하나도 안 나네. 이따가 스토리 좀 복습 좀 해야겠어요. 아, 동상도 생겼어.
One night, for less than half a minute, glowed an angry red. From Meridian, it looked like a trick of the light. But those who were closer, atop the light, said it could not have been a reflection. Much to my dismay, they said the light rose up from the tower's base. From that. We left everything just as it was.
What do you think happened?
I don't know. The Spire's supposed to send out signals, messages, the terraforming system.
But Hades tried to use it to wake up ancient war machines.
I was sure I got the connection to that thing. Wait here while I check it out.
Let us know what you find.
Is that a statue of me?
가까이에서 보면 안 되나?
That's new. I guess I should be flattered by the statue. It feels wrong. Especially when my job's only half done.
얼굴 제대로 조각했는지 보고 싶은데.
I await your findings, champion.
I'll be right here until you need me.
I've got a bad feeling about this. I could pull this thing out of me. What? Transmission.
뭘 전송한 거야?
No, he wouldn't. He couldn't.
얘 사고 친 거 같은데?
Something was transmitted from the top of the spire. I guess I have to find a way up there.
영웅이었던 거.
Maybe I can jump to that ledge behind me.
야, 아무래도 사고 친 거 같은데? 이렇게 된 거 기계들의 전쟁 군주로 전직하자고요? 헉, 그게 훨씬 더 멋있어. 그거 하자. 저거까지 뜯어낸다고?
Telecaster can't reach that from here. I need to get closer. I should be able to.
사고 치고 모르는 척 사건 현장을 떠나는 걸 보니 정말 무책임하다고요. 나에게 지원만 해줬어도 이런 일이 발생하지 않았을 텐데.
Cross over to the side. Should be able to get up there now.
뭐하니?
Silence was helping me when he gave me his lance. But it looks like he tricked me. Transmitted something through the spire. Did he save Hades? Why would he do that? Well, if I can figure out where
나
he
근데
sent
이거
it, I can track him down.
DLC는 안 했는데 DLC 내용도
Hopefully
뭐
the
연관이
transmission
있나?
note at the top will tell me. Well, doesn't look like I can keep climbing this way.
여기서 갈 데가 어디지? 저쪽으로 가봤자 뭐 의미 없잖나? 아, 반대쪽에 길이 있구나.
Looks like this panel's ajar. Can I go up through the inside?
진짜 스토리 요약 다시 봐야겠어요. 하도 예전에 해갖고 다 까먹었어. DLC도 못 끝내. 가짜 영웅이라고.
An elevator?
설마 DLC 내용까지 나오겠어?
Access lift activated.
Lucky day.
Engaging maintenance configuration.
The whole thing is opening up. Wonder what the Carja will make of this. There's the note.
메탈 질감 너무 좋다.
Bastard.
Well, Aloy, I see you finally figured it out. To be honest, I'm surprised it took you so long to discover my rules.
You rigged the lance to steal Hades. How could you be so reckless?
Reckless. You're the one who tried to purge Hades before its precious knowledge could be extracted. The mysterious signal that woke it, for example. Or why don't obtain one of those Gaia backups you've been having such a hard time finding?
If you knew, why didn't you just tell me?
I've been having problems of my own these past 6 months, Aloy. The difference is, I've made progress. So once your anger at my entirely necessary deception has faded, why don't you come out here and find me in the Forbidden West and learn all that I've discovered?
Oh, I'll come find you, all right.
Yes. Well, the coordinates should make it simple enough. Even for you.
There's no other choice.
얼굴 적응이 안 돼.
Better let Varl and Murad know what I found.
You went inside it, and it transformed. Almost like the day of the battle.
I can only be grateful that it's a stormy day. Few will have seen the tower change from Meridian. What did you discover?
Hades. The danger didn't end here. It went into the Forbidden West. And I have to follow.
I see. That can be difficult. The West is called forbidden for a reason. A tribe of ferocious warriors controls much of it. The Tanakh, and they allow no trespassers past its border. That said, under the Sun King of Ard, a fragile peace has been negotiated, and indeed, the next embassy will take place in a day or two on the edge of the frontier. Were you to attend the gathering under his auspices, the Tanakh might grant right of passage, instead of hunting you and attacking on sight.
Great, just what I need. More killers.
The Sun King.
Aloy,
손모형
it's good to see you. You left in such haste. We never had a chance to properly thank you.
Can we show the champion the spear now? Please?
Itamin, quiet.
It's true. We bear gifts. Decorum usually calls for a ceremony of offering at the palace, but I thought you would prefer a less formal occasion. Bring them, please.
Avad, this is all very kind, but Who's it? Vanasha.
Quick. Better hand them over before she runs off again.
Really? Must you?
이건 좋아 보여.
Try it on.
아 뭐야 마스크
On
아니었어?
behalf of all the citizens of the Sundom, may these tokens remind you of our eternal gratitude.
건담 같죠? 나도 약간 색감이 건담 같은데 그랬는데 입에 쓰면 안 돼?
Perhaps you'd like to spend more time with your friends. Come speak to me when you're ready to depart.
난 저렇게 생겨갖고 마스크인 줄 알았지. 과거 캐릭터들의 자세히 알아보려면 제 캐릭터 소개 구역으로 이동하라고.
I'll be right here until you need me.
전 뭐지?
It's part of the Deathbringer we defeated. This machine was the last line of defense for Hades. It dragged the orb up here and then nearly killed me, but it's just a piece of scrap now.
식장산이 대전에서 유명한 코스냐고? 저는 사실 잘 몰라요. 어디 돌아다니질 않아가지고. 옆모습까진 괜찮아. 옆모습까지는.
Dowager Queen Masadi.
Blessed champion. Itamin, what do you say?
My humblest thanks to you, great champion, for delivering my mother and me from Sunfall, and for defending our holy city against the forces of Shadow. Did I say right?
You said it fine, Itamin. And you're welcome.
Champion, will you teach me how to shoot like a real machine hunter?
Itamin.
I have to go on an important mission, Prince.
To save the world?
Something like that. But when I come back, I could give you a few tips. It would be an honor.
We owe you our lives, champion, and we will not forget. May the sun light your way.
Watch out for Thunderjaws, champion.
썬더조. 썬더조 또 나오나봐. 하긴 안 나올 수가 없지.
Ah, little Itamin. Such an adorable scamp. Oh, the Sun King has lunch with the Osram nobles today. We'll need more wine. I wonder if we could hurry this along. The royals have things to do.
경비병한테 말을 거는데 왜 제가 대답을 하지?
Savior, I'm relieved to see you in good health.
The sculptor wanted something even bigger, twice the size, covered in gold and jewels. But I was quite certain you wouldn't appreciate that.
You were right. I'm sorry, Avad. It's good to see you, but I can't stay long.
I see. I'd hoped you'd remain in the city for a time. Perhaps at the palace.
Meridian's still in danger. But it's bigger than that. To put things right, I have to go west. Tanakh.
팔이 깊으냐고요?
By the sun, the Tanakh? Well, perhaps Murad already told you, but after years of hostility, we've negotiated a truce in hopes of a lasting peace. Another embassy will be held in just a day or two.
When you say years of hostility, I assume you mean the Red Raids?
Ah, yes. My favorite subject.
I wouldn't ask if I didn't need to know.
As you know, my father raided all the border tribes. The Asuram, Banuk, and Nora suffered greatly, resisting as best they could. But none fought back like the Tanakh. They rose up and assaulted our western front at Barren Light, sweeping us from their lands. Getting them to talk to us again after that was tricky.
What makes this coming embassy so special?
Oh, just like today, it is special because of the guest. Our delegation will meet with the Tanakh just outside Barren Light. We'll give them treasure, and they'll return a prisoner. Fashav, one of our finest soldiers.
Soldier? Don't you mean raider?
No, not in this case. Fashav is my cousin, nothing like Helis and his ilk. He joined the Western expedition with the hopes of reining in certain excesses. But he was captured during a heroic defense of our forward base at Cinnabar Sands, and has been held ever since.
쟤도 나중에 만나겠네.
Itaman looks happy.
You got him out of Sunfall. Any happiness he has, he owes to you. He's turning into a fine young man, which he'll need to be if he's to inherit the crown.
Wouldn't the crown go to a son of yours first?
Yes, well, I'd have to get married for that to happen. Murad keeps throwing noble matches at me. But I find I'm always trying to make them into someone they're not. At any rate, I never aspired to the throne, and I don't wish to sit there forever. When Itaman comes of age, I hope to step aside. Free of the crown. I might finally be able to travel the world. Who knows? Perhaps even accompany you on one of your adventures.
You make it sound easy. I need to get going.
One moment, Aloy. There's something I must ask you. Since you left, I've thought of little else.
This isn't really the time.
But it has to be. The way you left before, there's no way to know when I'll see you again. I'm not trying to stop you, or hold you back. But I need to know, when your mission is over, will you return to Meridian and stay? Long enough for us to spend time, to get to know each other properly, perhaps.
분위기 뭐야? 주먹을 선택하면 에일로이가 직접적인 방식으로 난간을 직면하게 됩니다. 두뇌를 선택하면 에일로이는 자신의 통찰력을 활용하여 영리하면서도 다소 모호한 접근법을 취합니다. 하트를 선택하면 에일로이는 연민을 표시하거나 자신이 마음속 깊이 품고 있는 신념을 표출하게 됩니다. 연애도 가능함?
I do hope to see Meridian again, Avad. And you. But this mission, it's my life. It's all I can think about. I have to stay focused. What happens after? I can't imagine that. I wouldn't know where to begin.
Well, if that place were to end up being Meridian, know that you will always receive a boundless welcome here. Tend to your mission, Aloy. I will hope for your success, and look forward to your return.
일탄에서 저런 감정선이 있었나? 기억이 안 나는데. 머리에 쓴 거 뭐냐고요? 건담이요.
Looks like a memorial. Honoring those who fell in the Battle of the Elite. Lots of brave people defended this place from Hades.
아무도 사우루스냐고. 에일로이가 사우루스냐고. 다른 거 뭐 볼 거 있나?
Machine carcasses. Remnants from the Battle of the Elite. We were almost overrun by the machines Hades controlled. But we pushed through. There, the workbench.
고대 생물이니까 반쯤 사우루스 아니냐고요?
What is this?
Uthid, Vanasha. Thanks for being here.
Wouldn't miss it, even if you did leave us hanging after the big battle.
Vanasha, stop. She's here now, isn't she?
For the moment. But I see that look on her face. She's got business to attend to, and it isn't in Meridian.
You know, I didn't vanish before because I wanted to. I had...
No, Huntress. Please. You don't have to justify yourself to us. You saved our butts. If you've gotta go, go. With our blessing.
Always.
You both look like you're doing well.
Mr. Shiny Pants here is now the Sun King's senior military advisor. That means people actually have to listen to him talk? May the sun bless their sorry souls.
At least I say something of substance every once in a while.
What was that? I just fell asleep while you were talking.
And how about you, Vanasha?
I've been looking after Nasadi and Edaman. 2 parts bodyguard, 1 part...
Bad influence.
Huh. I was gonna say nanny, but I like your version better.
It's been months since I was in Sunfall. What's become of the Shadow Karja?
After you wiped out the eclipse, there were hardly any priests or officers left to terrorize the little people.
Avad offered amnesty to all who were forced to serve the Shadow. So the commoners cleaned out the citadel and handed it back to him. The Sundom was unified.
Avad wanted Uthid to take command of the garrison there, but Captain Cuddly here refused. Rumor has it that he wanted to stay close to me here in Meridian.
That's nonsense, of course.
Well, I know. You're out. Go! Away with you.
Always an honor, champion.
Always a pleasure. But please, little Huntress, come back someday and tell us about your adventures. If I can't get in trouble, at least I can hear about
얘는
yours.
누군지도 모르겠다. 진짜 1탄 좀 다시 봐야겠어.
Okay. Master override installed.
누가 그걸 티튜브로 봐. 꺼모이티지.
Something new. To store up and release energy. Resonator. Should help in a fight.
아, 요거 내가 때릴 수 있구나. 누가 요즘 인터넷이나 나무위키로 검색하냐? 요즘 애들은 다 유튜브로 검색한다고? 아, 유튜브는 너무 잡설이 길어. 그리고 정작 막 잡설도 긴데 소갈머리도 없는 경우 많아.
Are you ready to go? Or do you need a little more time?
I better get going. And if I'm headed west, it sounds like I'll need rite of passage from the Tenakth, as you said. Where exactly is this embassy going to be held?
Past the Daunt, the canyon that marks the western border of the Sundom. You'll find the fortress of Barren Light at its farthest edge. The embassy will take place just beyond its gates. It's a long march, a fortnight on foot.
A couple of days hard riding should get us there.
Actually,
그렇게 차이
it might be
난다고?
better to rest here tonight. Head out in the morning.
Of course. I'll arrange it.
아, 같이 좀 가지. 제 뒤에서 막 폭탄 던져줄 텐데.
Am I the one to hold this crown of ash and soul? That kind is close to me. I have to block it out. My voice has grown so somber. These words don't seem like mine. But the iron won't subside. No matter what I try.
이제 본 게임 시작인가 봐.
And my raindrops in the flood. In this emptiness, in the storm. If I falter, if I fall, the wave inside my soul carries all I know. Who can take my hand in the flood? Her voice calls me forth through darkness unknown. My heart with silence burns through solemnness and bone. The edge beyond the shore, this weight of root and rod. I long to reach the other, to find the path we lost. And my raindrops in the flood.
해당 장소까지 알아서 가주는 거야? 엔딩인가 봐요.
If I'm broken, if I'm torn, the wave inside my soul carries all I know. Who can take my hand in the flood?
Sparks to steel. Never seen anyone use one of those to get around.
Is that how I get to Barren Light?
Yes, I mean usually, but not today. Not yet.
And why is that?
Well, the Daunt. The whole valley. It's infested with machines.
어서 오세요. 저게 뭐래?
I can handle machines.
Oh, I'm sure you can, but I'm under strict orders not to operate until the whistle down at Chain Scrape sounds the all clear.
Look, I didn't come all this way just to stand around and wait. I'll
프레임
crank that car
중시로
down
하고
myself if
있어요.
I have to.
Well, but then who would crank it back up? Fine, fine. Though, should anyone ask, it might be best to say you forced me.
I see smoke, but not a lot of activity.
Smoke's probably coming from something the machines wrecked. As for the quiet, well, there's a work stoppage in effect because of all the fuss.
What sort of machines are causing the trouble?
Nasty ones, and lots of them. Bristlebacks, they're called. Strangeness is, they're not native to the Dawn. Just showed up, all of a sudden.
No hunters to kill them?
Well, we've got
아니요, 안
hunters, just
찍었어요.
none that want to cross Ulvund. Boss of Chain Scrape.
그래픽은
He is
좋다.
self-appointed.
저 강매. 야, 잠깐만 여기 앞에 세워주면 안 돼? 저거 먹고 올게.
Passing through.
저거 먹으려면 내가 진짜 기어 올라가야 될 것 같단 말이야. 그래서 잠깐 세워줘요.
That ain't gonna happen no time soon.
여기 잠깐만. 아, 멈춰!
Hear that? That's your answer.
Who is that?
Karja's son priest. Cranked him down yesterday, about an hour before the machine trouble started. He's a very important man, or so he says. That embassy at Barren Light, he's the one supposed to run it. Ah!
Great.
If you don't do as I say immediately, the Sun King
이상하네.
himself shall hear of your insolence. Thanks to you, I was forced to spend the night shivering in the tent, exposed to attack. I might have died. Oh, me you refuse to transport, but not this... what? This Nora girl? This savage? Besides, scallywag.
Wadis. That's Aloy.
Studious Wadis.
Aloy, you know, savior of Meridian.
Really? Well, that lessens the insult, I suppose.
I came here for the embassy at Barren Light. Way I hear it, so did you.
Well, not with the valley infested. And so did Ahriman, proclaim the Sun Priests most precious and worthy of safekeeping. See, Scripture. I shall head to Barren Light when the captain of the Vanguard tells me the way is clear, and not a moment sooner.
Fine. Captain's a friend of mine, you know? Where is Erend? Wouldn't mind speaking to someone a little more action, a little less scroll.
Wadis.
Studious Wadis.
Studious Wadis sent
주먹
Aaron
꽉
and
찌는 거
another
봐.
vanguard out at daybreak to clear the way.
And so at daybreak.
Hey! Shh. Down to
헐.
Valley?
Yeah, said they checked the ruins on the left bank for tracks. Take it from there.
Okay. I hear there's a work stoppage. Any way to upgrade my gear?
I'll bet the smith and chain scrape would let you use his workbench. As for the bristlebacks, you might want to craft some acid arrows. Hitting their canisters with those will take them down quick.
Thanks. I'll find Erend and I'll bring him back. Hey! Where do you think you're going?
What? To the top of the ridge. To wait in safety.
Sorry. Operator's under strict orders. No passengers till the whistle blows, right?
That's right. Best start cranking.
Why? Why?
Jorf, would you kindly escort Studious to Chain Scrape and wait for me there?
You got it.
I will find Erend, and I will help clear a path. But after that, no more excuses. Barren Light. Embassy.
If such be the will of the sun.
It will be. Trust me. I gotta find Erend. But it might be good to hit Chainscrape first and upgrade my bow.
맵이 얼마만 할까? 여기까지? 큰 건지 작은 건지 잘 모르겠네. 맵이 작다는 얘기를 많이 하던데.
If you'll excuse me, I need to contemplate.
I'll get us packed up and move us along.
광석 먹으러 가라고요? 거기 지금 못 갈 것 같은데? 저쪽으로 해서 올라가야 되는데. 뭐 이렇게 해서 올라간다고 치고 그 다음에 뭐 이쪽에서 길이 딱히 안 보이는데?
This turned into something tasty.
좀 매달려 줄래? 아, 그냥 점프를 해버리네. 매달리는 거 있고. 그래서 광석 안 먹을 거냐고? 에이, 딴 데도 나오겠지. 빠른 저장. 저장 빠르네요. 수동도 한번 할까? 저장은 빠른데?
These machines must have torn through this camp. This valley definitely isn't safe. Gotta find a cauldron to learn how to override machines.
이 앞으로 오니까 자꾸. 아유, 많네 애들. 그래도 양심은 있네. 노선이 겹치게끔은 안 해놨네. 한 마리씩 잡으라고.
Machines weak to fire.
제 의심하면서 온다. 시체 보고 반응하는 것 같아요. 아니면 아까 전에 나를 보고서 지금 의심을 하고 있는 거. 시체 반응하네. 여기 앞에 왔네. 의심하고 와라. 더러운 암살자라고. 동료의 시체를 유인책으로 쓰다니 너무 잔인하다고요? 어차피 옴닉이잖아요.
I can grab this from my stash later.
옴닉보다 못한 사람이라고. 살기 위해선 어쩔 수 없었어. 멧돼지도 있었는데 멧돼지는 진지게 튀었나? 여기도 조그만한 거 있네. 큰일 났어. 나 이런 거 보이면 계속 뜯으러 다니면서 멀리 떨어진단 말이야. 퀘스트 지역에서 점점 벗어나게 된다고. 그냥 지역 이름 그건가 보네. 어차피 다 저쪽에 있구나. 아니야, 그냥 갈까? 이런 거 페이지 따라가다 보면은 막 이상한 데 가 있고 막 그러더라고요. PC? PC는 없지 않나? 아, PC판 있어요. 살 때 코드 파는 거 본 것 같다. 아닌가? 없나? 없나 봐. 1탄만 있고 2탄은 아침인가 봐. 내가 제로던 코드 파는 거를 잘못 봤네. 근데 1탄도 PC로 나왔기 때문에 2탄도 기다리다 보면 나올 거예요. 여긴 어디임? 뭐지? 왜 올라온 거임? 저쪽이라는데. 낙댐은 없나 보지? (1탄이) PC로 나오는데 몇 년 걸렸지? 그 정도 1탄 때처럼 걸렸다라고 생각하면 될 것 같은데. 4년이요? 그렇게 오래 걸렸어? 월드 때 콜라보 한번 했었고.
Is that the savior? Wanna come in, savior? Welcome to Chainscrape, savior.
Open up, guys. Dwarf's orders.
Good enough for me.
By the forge. Petra? Aloy, what are you doing here? About time there was something worth looking at in this dump.
It's nice to see you too.
And not a moment too soon. Come on.
티라노 같다니.
Damn brewery's the only thing I can count on in this place.
Yeah, I heard. Machines, work stoppage.
Oh, those are just the latest malfunctions. Chainscrape's always been a few tools short of a kit. And right there is the biggest tool of all.
Not our problem. The bristlebacks are everybody's problem.
Roland?
You've heard of him,
Yeah.
but he's a story best told over a cold beer.
Petra. I'm just passing through. I'm headed west.
Oh.
There's
PC로
one
내고
receipt
하는
at
게
Barrelite I need to make happen, and then I
매출이 쏠쏠한가 봐.
keep moving.
Ah, of course. Bigger gears to grind. Well, Flame Hair, good to see you. You've got to move on.
Petra.
But if you want a cold beer and a few laughs with an old friend, come find me at the brewery. Your choice.
Well, this Olvan guy sounds like trouble. Maybe Petra could use some support. But first things first, I need to find that workbench and upgrade my bow.
그러지 않을까요? 걔네가 오케이 해줘야지 나오지 않을까?
Why else would one leave the glory of Main Street? Nothing yet. You keep blurring out. Doesn't mean you're off the road.
Am I lost?
Workbench is free if you need to tinker with that gear.
Shop looks closed.
Yep,
Can I still use the workbench?
I ain't gonna stop you.
친구 섭섭하겠다고요?
Still for the stash.
그래도 주점 가면은 얘기할 수 있을 것 같은데.
Thought Nora stayed in their sacred land. How am I supposed to work with a hammer in this state?
Till Alvin blows that pussy, no one's working it.
Well,
슬링 활. 이것도 되나? 플스 요즘에도 여전히 구하기는 힘들더라고요. 이것도 그냥 강화할까? 이거 뭐 나중에 더 좋은 거 나오지 않을까? 함정. 이건 그냥 만드는 거고.
depends on what you need a measuring stick for.
This should be useful. Now I just need to find Erend and help him clear the bristlebacks.
움직이는 건 안 나오네. 파밍하는 것만 나오네요. 악기똥이라고요? 근데 다른 무기 나오면 그거 강화해야 되지 않을까? 기술 뭐 하지? 그래도 활쟁이가 낫지 않을까? 일단 한 번씩 다 훑어볼까? 인간들하고도 많이 싸우려나? 근접하라고요? 아닌데요? 저 원거리 좋아하는데요? 뭐 전사 쪽이라고 해서 다 뭐 근접만 있는 건 아니고 근접 위주의 뭐지? 콤보가 있는데? 가로시 추종자라고요? 그거랑은 좀 달라요. 근접 난사 이런 것도 있네. 그래도 큰 기술 배우는 거는 다 근접 쪽이고, 일단은 활 쪽에서 슬로우 아마 그 지속 시간 증가시키는 거 뭐 그런 거 있을 거야. 그런 거 찍어주면 확실히 편하겠지. 근접 공격 위력. 그다음에 이게 함정, 더 사냥꾼, 더 빨리 설치하기. 해제할 때 재료 많이 수급하고, 뭐 제작 속도? 관통형 밧줄. 함정 데미지 증가. 제로돈 느리게 하는 거 안 썼으니까 이번에도 쓰지 말자고요? 미쳤어요? 그때 그렇게 당하고서 또 안 쓰는 건 미친 짓이지. 집중 최대치가 증가해서 더 오래 쓸 수 있다. 이게 슬로우겠지. 이건 무조건 찍어. 찍어. 사격의 대가. 제한된 시간 동안 원거리 무기로 강화하는 데미지가 높아집니다. 한 번만 안 쓰면 실수지만 계속 안 쓰면 간지라고? 응, 이미 썼어. 집중이 천천히 소진된다. 이런 거 찍어줘야지. 집중을 빨리 회복한다. 일단 이거. 고공 일제 사격. 위에서 저렇게 쏘는 게 의미가 있나? 산탄. 저런 무기 나중에는 샷건도 찾나 보네. 용기. 용기는 또 뭐지? 나중에 약간 어크 느낌 나긴 하네요. 스태미나 재생. 활은 대신에 이게 단가? 아, 밑에도 있구나. 파워샷. 일정 횟수의 사격으로 가하는 데미지가 높아진다. 3중 사격. 뭐 3발 쏘겠다는 얘기겠지. 3발을 점사로 쏘나봐요. 한 곳으로. 날아가는 게 하나로 날아가네. 작업대 전문가. 재료 소모를 감소시켜주는 거. 연속 사격. 뭐야 저거. 갑자기 기관총으로 바뀌었어. 그 다음에 이거는 뭐야? 생존자. 회복량 증가시키고 피 없을 때 방어력 올라가고 분쇄기를 3개 발사한다? 분쇄기는 뭘까? 아직은 모르는 건데. 폭탄 와, 뭐야 저거? 튕기고서 3번 튕기고서 터지네. 그 전에 부딪히면 터지나봐요. 피격시 용기 획득. 포션. 폭발 회피. 폭탄을 날리면서 회피한다. 방어막 전개. 실드이고. 일정 시간 자리를 부유하면서 데미지를 준대. 저거 좋아 보인다. 식물 채집, 점착폭탄. 점착폭탄 좋지. 초강력 분쇄기. 분쇄기는 뭐 나중에 나오면 뭔지 알겠지? 그 다음 이름은 뭐죠? 침투자? 무음 공격 데미지가 높아진다는 얘기는 한 방에 안 죽는다는 얘기잖아. 한 방에 안 죽는 애가 나온대. 이거는 그냥 은신 암살 뭐 그쪽 계열이네. 무음 공격 시 체력 회복. 이것도 나쁘지 않은 것 같아요. 근데 아까 전에 약 먹는 거 보니까 약은 되게 널널해 보이던데. 암살 쪽도 좀 찍어야 될 것 같아. 무릎 사격. 앉았어. 이중 사격. 2개의 화살을 동시에 날린다. 근데 옆에 3중 화살이 있는데 굳이 이거를? 잡캐라고? 방사형 폭발. 충격파를 발생하고 주변의 모든 적에게 데미지를 가합니다. 이런 거 얼마나 쓸까요? 그냥 모리 사냥할 때? 집중 사격. 조준 도중 무기의 확대 효과를 높이며 추가 데미지를 가하는 강력한 일격. 활쟁이 할 거면 이것도 찍어야겠는데? 그다음에 마지막이 기계장인이었는데 탑승 시 방어력. 스파이크 함정. 지뢰를 설치하네. 부품 파괴자. 부품 부수는데 데미지 증가하고. 추진식 스파이크. 투창 같은 거를 좀 쓰네. 다 이게 투창 계열인데? 서브 루틴 강제 전환. 기계를 강제 전환할 때 공격적 또는 방어적 행동 양식 가운데 선택한다. 동료로 만들어서 어그로 끌어도 되나봐. 연계 폭발. 15m 내에 있는 적들 사이로 데미지가 연계된대요. 근데 뭐 체라 같은 느낌으로 조금 깎여서 들어가겠지? 똑같이 데미지가 들어가는 건 아니겠지? 첫 번째는 그냥 가만히 서 있다가 두 번째부터 다른 애들이 움찔거리잖아요? 조금 데미지 차이는 있겠지? 뭔가 많이 있는데 어크처럼 벨붕이라 특정 스킬만 있으면 좋을 듯 하다고? 기계 위의 궁수. 이거 말 타면서 쏠 수 있나봐. 지금 이렇게 봤을 때는 그냥 어차피 활쟁이로 간다고 했을 때는 활하고 암살하고 조금 찍으면 될 것 같은데? 이건 스킬 초기화 안 되겠지? 초기화 해주면 좋을 텐데. 무조건 전사하라고요? 이거 왜 말이 안 걸려? 나랑 얘기 좀 해줄래? 얘 나랑 말이 안 돼. 스킬을 다 찍을 수 있게 레벨을 올리면 해결될 것 같다고요? 이걸 다 찍을 수 있나? 근데 얘 말이 안 돼. 방어구 바꾸고 싶은데. 보관함. 열심히 준 폐지들. 왜 대화가 안 되지?
Hey, Mildef. Mildef. I took some of your stew last time I went into the wilds. Kept me going for a week. Felt like I could have put a strider in a sleeper hole.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Sounds like you're serving up
맛있나
some
봐.
impressive provisions here.
Not again. You can have the discount too, but you'll have to come back later.
I think you have me confused with someone else.
Oven didn't send you?
No.
Oh, my apologies. It's just that his minions won't stop pestering me. Now I've even worn out my special grill. Since I'm in the midst of a crisis, perhaps you could skip to what it is you wanted?
Some of your food?
Of course.
Are Ulvin's people causing you problems?
Oh, yeah. They constantly demand my best, but the equipment I need to make my signature dishes isn't built for batch cooking. And don't get me started on the Ulvin discount they feel so entitled to.
And if you refuse?
I make meals. No trouble.
Your last customer mentioned your cooking really kept him going out in the wild. Where I'm headed, I could use some of that.
I would be happy to oblige, especially since you have the decency to ask pleasantly. But my special groove griddle is no more. Without it, I can't cook any of my
어디가
signature
고장났는지
dishes.
모르겠는데.
I hate to think what'll happen when I'm forced to refuse Ulvin or his goons. Even if I already had the right ingredients, there's nothing I can do. Unless you can source me a temporary replacement?
What do you need?
For the ingredients. A few pieces of decent
근데 이
wild meat,
동네에서도 알아보긴
and
하던데.
I'd say a big handful of bitter leaf stems. That'll do. As for the griddle, a corrugated metal panel might suffice until I can have a new one forged. You'd likely find one in a scrounger pile if you follow the river to the northeast.
불판
Don't worry, I'll
사달라고요?
clean it first. You'll have no issue finding boars and bitter leaf on your way. Assuming you're as much a hunter-gatherer as your clothing suggests.
Thanks, Mildef. I'll keep an eye out.
밥도 먹기 힘드네.
That's what gratitude sounds like.
And don't let anyone push you around, okay?
If you say so.
한우 카메인. 고기. 아, 아까 돼지 같은 거 좀 잡아서 돌아다닐 걸.
You can hunt for some wild meat and grab a metal panel from a scrounger pile.
My cup is empty. Fix it.
냉장고 뭐 없나? 아까 술 한잔 하자고 한 친구가 저기 있을 줄 알았는데 저기가 아닌가 봐.
Look at you! Like a hammer to your head.
뭐지? 이건 뭐지? 저 위로 해서 들어가는 건가? 그냥 못 매달리나?
Aloy, change your mind about that brew?
Hey, Ray. Fancy a game of strike? Ah, come to revel in some strike, sister?
이런 게임들은 꼭 미니 게임 하나씩 넣어놓더라.
I was just passing by.
First timer, huh? Don't worry about it. I'll go easy on you. You got any pieces?
No.
Well, aren't you in luck then? I got an extra set, a Tanakh original straight out of the Forbidden West. Sit. I'll run you through it in a hot spark. I'll give you something special if you win it on my boards, too.
이것도 어크마냥 지역마다 돌아다니면서 다 깨야 되는 거 아니야? 초심자의 튜토리얼.
All right, let's start off simple. The Tanakh like to say that Machine Strike is a game of pure strategy. We each get a set of pieces. Each piece represents a kind of machine, and each machine is worth a different number of victory points. And to win the game, you'll need to gain 7 victory points by destroying the opponent's machines. It can be tricky remembering the details of every machine, so we use these notes to keep track of them. You see that number on the top right corner? That there's how many victory points you'll get for destroying that machine. Notes also tell you how far a piece can move, how powerful their attacks are, the distance
친절하네.
they can strike from, and of course, their health. Okay, that's enough for
그치,
now. Let's
얼마나
just
많이
play.
나오려고 이렇게 친절하게
I'll explain
알려주는
the
거지?
rest as we go. I own the board, so I get to choose who goes first. Since this is your first time, I'll let you go. Usually you get to choose which pieces to set on the board, but this will do for now. Pick up that machine piece to your right, and move it forward. And remember, each machine can only move a certain distance. Take a look at your notes if you need a reminder.
앞으로 안 가죠? 꼭 일로 가야 돼?
Easy enough, huh? Now, you get to move 2 machines each round. So go ahead and pick a second machine.
라운드마다 2개씩.
Perfect. There's not much else to do for now, so just end your turn. We're forging onwards. Let me move my pieces here. And we're back to you. This time, why don't you try attacking one of my
과부하,
pieces?
머리가.
Try with that machine on your right first. Now move the piece. When performing an attack, you'll be testing your machine's combat power against the opponent's. This board only has grassland terrain, which has no effect on a machine's combat power.
아,
And
지형까지
your current
있어?
machine has 2 points of attack power. So in total, since my machine isn't the one attacking, it
아,
has
귀찮아.
0 points of attack power. And just like your machine, it's not affected by grassland terrain. So right now, the difference in combat power between the 2 machines is 2 points. This means your machine can do 2 points of damage to my machine. Did you get all that? Knew you were a smart one. Finish up by attacking my machine. Not pulling any punches, huh? Now grab that second machine of yours. See how your machine can't move close enough to attack mine? You can make your machine sprint. That lets it move 1 space further. Try it out. Downside to sprinting is that your machine can no longer attack. Now, some players like to take a risk and overcharge their machine in cases like this. Overcharging lets you attack after a sprint, but it will damage your machine's health by 2 points. So use at your own discretion. Let's try doing that now so you can see what I mean. That's about it for your turn then. Now, I'll let you in on a neat trick. That machine of yours, the one closest to me, grab a hold of it.
회전 개념이 있으니까 뒤가 있나 봐.
Same as in the wilds, machines have both armored points and weak points. You can see them marked on the pieces. Blue shows where their armor is thickest. Hit them there and you'll do some damage, but not a lot. Now, red shows the machine's weak points. Hit those and you'll deal a mighty blow. Here, let me show you. Rotate that piece so your machine faces mine.
네, 들어가세요.
Now let that machine... Off the board she goes, and there's your first victory points. You don't have 7 of them yet, so let's keep going.
내 방송 보고 이갈비에서 튜토리얼 만들었다고? 어떻게든 주입시키려고 스킵도 못하게 하고 막.
You've already attacked a machine and moved your piece. But if you overcharge your machine, you can attack a second time. And by the look of your machine's health, you'd be sacrificing your piece to defeat mine. But sometimes that can be a good thing. Overcharge your machine to attack mine a second time, and I'll show you what I mean. Ain't that a thrill? Now, because your machine was knocked out at the same time as mine, we both get the victory points our machines are worth. Good news is, since you're the one attacking, you're gonna receive your victory points before I do. Which means you can reach the coveted 7 victory points first. That's why sometimes losing a piece can be the best way to end a game in your favor.
이거 도대체 보상이 뭐길래 이렇게 구구절절하게 설명해주지?
Quite up to 7 victory points this time, but you did destroy all my pieces. That means you're the winner. That wasn't so hard, was it? Just remember to always
호라이즌 체스.
You'd be surprised the advantage you can gain over an opponent like that.
제가 봤을 땐 얘가 이렇게 친절하게 설명하는 건 이 게임 똥게임이라서 뉴비 보고 지금 침 흘리는 중인 것 같아요.
Before I forget, these are all my spare pieces. I want the savior of Meridian
괜지도
to have them.
모르냐고?
It's a small set to be sure.
이렇게 친절한 건 이유가
It
있어.
should be enough to get you in on
망
any strike
게임이라는
moves
거지.
you find out there. You might even fancy looking out for them strike carvers. They've got all kinds of unique pieces that can turn the game in your favor.
독특한 피스를 잔뜩 갖고 있대.
To craft you one. Or you might find them in the wilds if you're lucky. You know, I've lost my fair share of pieces after.
친구랑 술 한잔 할 시간도 없이 바쁘지만 보드게임은 한다고? 저거 봐, 뉴비 보고서 지금 흥분한 거지.
Now, if you feel like playing a real game, I've got plenty of other boards. I could even teach you a few more tricks if you're up for it.
Thanks. I'll think about it.
도망간다. 아, 찍어 먹어봤더니 완전 똥게임인 거지. 지형 밀어내기, 기계 유형. 아, 아이 골치 아파. 이기면은 그 말을 주네. 말만 주지 보상으로 뭐 금속 주긴 하는데 뭐 이건 그렇게 많이 주는 것 같지는 않은데. 아, 이거 어떡하지? 일단 튜토리얼까지만 해볼까? 그냥 어떤 게임인지만 알고 요거는 도전 같은 건 좀 생각을 해봅시다.
I knew I'd make a strike player out of you yet. How about this time I tell you how to use a board's terrain to your advantage? This one's got all the different terrains you can encounter in a game of strike. Knowing when and how to use them can mean the difference between victory and defeat. Terrain mainly affects your machine's combat
그
power.
주말은 제외야.
As you know, when fighting an opponent's machine, you compare its combat power to yours. The higher your machine's combat power, the more damage you can do. So finding the right terrain is an essential strategy for overpowering your opponent. Here, I'll show you. Grab that piece to your left and move to attack my machines. Now, combat power is the sum of a machine's attack power and the value of the terrain it's standing on. Since your machine is attacking, it's using its 2 points of attack power. It's also standing on forest terrain with a value of 1 point. Add those together, and your machine has 3 points of combat power. My machine is standing on grassland terrain with a value of 0 points. It's also not attacking, which means their attack points aren't in play. So my combat power is 0. This means your machine can do 3 points of damage.
이게 뭐 주냐고? 칭찬해줌.
There you go. Now, choosing the right terrain doesn't just improve your offense. It can also help defend your machines from attack. Grab your other piece and place it in front of my second machine. Since it's standing on grassland terrain, this terrain has a value of 0. This means your machine's combat power adds up to 2 points. My machine can't use their attack power since they're defending their position. But they have the higher ground. They're standing on forest terrain,
높낮이도
which is
있나 봐.
worth 1 point. This means my combat power adds up to 1 point. Now, the front of my machine is colored blue. This means that the spot you're about to attack has armor protecting it. Which means
네가
my
선택한
machine
빠뚜
gets an
체스다.
extra point, giving it a total of 2 combat power
아니
points.
그치만 뉴비 보고 이렇게 신나서 설명해주는 애를 버리고 갈 수가 없었어요.
Whenever you're unable to top an opponent's combat power, you can still choose to attack and break their machine's defenses instead. Go ahead, try it out and see what happens. See? When you break a machine's defenses, you can knock it backwards. Sure, both our machines will receive 1 point of damage, but knocking my machine off that terrain makes it more vulnerable to attacks. Not only that, if my machine had been blocked from moving backwards, it would have received an extra point of damage. And if my machine had been blocked by another one of my pieces, that machine would have received damage as well. That's why breaking a machine's defenses is a great way to deal damage to several pieces at once. Useful, right? Okay, now go ahead and end your turn. There's still one more thing I want to show you. All right, as we've seen, the higher the terrain, the more it'll add to your machine's combat power. However, there are 2 other terrains that work a little differently. This is what we call a chasm. Only flying machines can be placed on those. But it'll take away 2 combat points if you do, so be wary. This is marsh terrain. Landing on it will take away 1 combat power point from most machines. It'll also keep your machine from moving for the rest of the turn. Here, let me show you. Grab that machine on your left. See? All you can do now is wait for your next turn to move again. Or you can overcharge your machine to get out of there. You can still attack any nearby enemies so you're not completely helpless. Well, I think that's enough yammering from me for now. Promise it'll all come in handy next time you play.
아우 졸려.
Here for more tips? Why don't I tell you a bit more about the pieces we used to play? In a normal game, you get to choose which machines you place on the board. Each one is worth a certain number of setup points, and you can spend up to 10 assembling your army. Knowing what each machine brings to the game and building an army that matches your strategy is the key to becoming a machine strike master. When assembling your army, there are a few things to keep in mind. First and foremost, you can never have more than 4 of the same machine on the board at the
4개만
same
올릴 수
time.
있대요.
With that in mind, most players would choose machines based on how far they can move or how much attack power they have. But a real strike player will be looking at a machine's type and skills. Let's take a quick look, shall we? Pick up that
공략
machine.
사이트에는 아예 막 그게 있겠지. 막 뭐로 시작해서 뭐를 어디 위치에
Let's
막
talk
어쩌고
about the
저쩌고
different
막
ways
그거.
in which a machine attacks its opponents. In other words, its machine type. If you look at your notes, you'll see this machine here is a melee type. You can also tell by the shape of the base the piece stands on. A melee type machine attacks the first enemy within range, and no one else. We've seen this plenty of times, so just move that piece forward so I can show you some more stuff. Great, now grab your other machine. Looks like we've got ourselves a gunner type machine here. This means they'll only hit the farthest enemy in their attack range. Let's move that machine forward and end your turn so we can take a look at the rest of the pieces. Let's go with this piece first. This is a ram type machine. Attack an enemy with it and it'll push the piece backwards. Like this. See, now my machine has taken over your machine's spot on the board. This is a great way to take the advantage away from your opponent if they have the higher ground. Looks like we have one more piece to look at. Now this is a beauty of a piece, a dash type machine. When it attacks, it'll move to the end of its attack range and damage every machine in its path, including your own. So make sure you take a good look at the board before you
하지만
send it
좋은 거
off to the
쓰네.
races. You should also make sure it's able to finish its attack on an empty spot. Otherwise, you won't be able to attack at all. Here, I'll show you.
이거 인기 있는 보드게임 맞지? 설마 창작 보드게임 동아리에서 만든 또 게임 아니냐고?
Look, it even rotated your piece. A nifty little piece you'll definitely want in your set. If you look at your notes, you'll notice this particular machine has one of the skills I mentioned before. There's quite a few of those, and we haven't even looked at all the machine types yet. But I'm pretty sure you've got more important things to do,
하겠냐?
so
당연히 안 하지.
I made you a list. It's got all the tips and tricks we talked about, too. I think that about does it for now, so if you want to play a real game, just let me know.
아, 똥게임인 듯 접습니다. 빠이염. 계정 갈갈합니다.
Knew you couldn't resist some good company. Come for that beer after all, eh? Here, sit down. Get a pint in her hand. Wasn't expecting you to swing by.
Since when do I do what's expected?
There's that spark. Fire and spit.
Fire and spit.
That's a blast from the bellows. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can forget about my troubles for a while.
Like what?
Take your pick. We got bodies to bury from the bristlebacks, the work stoppage, Olvin grating the gears about his concession decree. Hey! Weapons off the table!
말 잘 듣네.
Don't listen to me. Nothing a cold brew and knocking some heads together can't fix eventually.
So the bristlebacks and the Daunt. Where did they come from?
That's the thing. No one rightly knows. They just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley like they exploded out of a forge. Lost some good people. But I heard talk of some vanguards trying to take them down.
Did they come through here?
Stopped by briefly for supplies. Olvind was none too pleased. Won't be able to crank it to his advantage once the bristlebacks are gone.
But how could bristlebacks and the Daunt help Olvind?
2 words. Concession decree. Since no one knows where the bristlebacks came from, Olvind has taken to blaming the Karja for him. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentments to get a strike going until the concession's signed. This is just his latest attempt. He's been trying to rile up the workers since the day he rolled into town.
And people actually believe him?
Lots of folks suffered at the hands of the Mad King during the Red Raids. Give him half a reason, they'll blame the Karja for anything.
Ah, damn Karja slavers.
I thought you'd be back in Freeheap.
Well, after the big battle at Meridian, I went back, but realized it was running smooth. Didn't need me. Heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured they could use another hammer. Been scraping by ever since.
You could always leave.
And go back east? Nah. I ain't one to leave a lit forge. Besides, someone's gotta be a squeaky wheel for the workers around here.
So about Olvind.
Around here, everything's about Olvind.
How'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like a squirrel smelling a fat nut. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need stone and timber. So he jangled purses all over Mainspring, getting investors to front claims on anything in the Daunt that might be worth a damn. Thing is, all the bankers back home know that this is Karja land, and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any time. That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on a concession decree.
Well, I have to be going. Thanks for the drink, Petra. I'm glad I stopped by.
Anytime, Flamehair.
퀘스트 같은 거 줄 줄 알았는데 그냥 얘기만 하고 마네요.
Almost ready to go?
You just happened to find the best tavern outside of the claim.
아, 겐트나 그 어크 미니게임 이런 거는 좀 금방 끝날 것 같아서 그냥 했는데 저거는 설명부터 노잼이야. 돼지 저러면 다 탄다고? 이거 저기 훈연이잖아. 이 정도 높이면 타나? 맛있겠다.
We are on the same side here, Olin. The bristlebacks threaten us all.
Oh, drop the act. We all know it was the Carja who let the bristlebacks into the valley, sent them straight through the gates of Barren Light.
That is preposterous. Why would we let dangerous machines into our own land?
You mean the land that honest Osram laborers work tirelessly with no say in its governance? The land that, should you sign the decree...
Oh, you and that damned concession decree.
...would be managed by the people who actually live and work on it.
What do you want, Olin? Some kind of payment?
My dear magistrate, you think I can be bought? If you want that whistle blown, all you have to do is have your soldiers remove the bristlebacks and sign the concession decree. Face it, what other choice do you have?
Hi.
Savior, what auspicious timing. Might we discuss a matter of importance to the Sundom?
We might. Later.
Very well. I shall be waiting.
So, the savior herself. Walloper of Derval, gutter of youth.
Maybe.
I've heard many tales of your beauty and heroics, my
이
fierce
뭐요?
lady warrior. Olfant Frio, at your service. So, what could have dragged you away
여기
from the
세계관-
fine silks and wine of Meridian to this smudge of
여기
the sun?
상에선 미녀야?
Your saviorly attention must be needed elsewhere.
설정상 미녀?
The embassy? Why, by the forge. Ah. Greater gears for greater matters. Guess that means you'll be moving on.
Once I've dealt with any problems around here that need my saviorly attention.
Ah, the
자기
bristlebacks,
영업직의
of course.
고행이라고.
Have to get rid of them if you want that embassy
그냥
to take
이빨
place.
까는 거 아니냐고요?
Well, let's get to it, hey? And off you go.
Not so fast. You don't seem to have a high opinion of the magistrate?
Well, I refuse to play nice to some fancy-robed parchment pusher when my fellow laborers are being bullied, intimidated, and taken advantage of.
How noble of you.
Noble, ha! Born with a hammer in hand, I was. Nobody handed me anything or dropped opportunity into my lap. Everything I've achieved, I've done on my own.
And where is this hammer now?
The burden of leadership forced me to set it aside. The Carja risk nothing, while demanding that good Osram gamble with their lives out there. Someone had to step up and say no more.
You ordered the work stoppage?
Indeed I did. We're laborers, not soldiers. Until the Carja clean up their mess and give us the fair deal we deserve, I'm not risking Osram lives.
Fair deal? You mean your concession decree?
It's not my decree. It's on behalf of all the good Osram laborers of this land who do all the back-breaking work, while only the Carja reap the rewards. All we're asking for is the ability to share in
네,
this prosperity.
가도보고에서 토르도 그렇고 왜 옷을 저렇게 입는 거예요?
For the people.
Right. And just how much would be your
왜
share?
배만 가리고 있는 거야?
Only an amount appropriate to my contributions to this community, of course.
Where's the whistle?
Right in the middle of town, but with the threat out there, I'm not endangering innocent Osram lives.
I'm going to clear out the bristlebacks. And when I'm done, this valley is gonna get moving.
If that's what it takes. Until then, I'll keep looking after the safety of these good folk.
Just be ready to blow the whistle. Better see what that Karja magistrate wanted. I bet he's in the tavern.
생각해보니까 디아블로 3에서 바바리안도 저렇게 입는구나. 바바리안이었을 때 별로 그렇게 못 느꼈는데 왜 이렇게 더러워 보이지? 바바리안은 몸이 멋있다고요? 옷걸이 차이인가?
Savior, thank you for taking the time. And my condolences that you had to endure Ulvund's bloviating.
I've dealt with worse. It sounds like he's really trying to put you over the barrel.
The idea that the Karja purposely let bristlebacks into the Daunt, it's completely absurd. But the louder and longer he says it, the more support he'll get for his damned concession decree.
How did the bristlebacks get into the Daunt?
No one knows for sure. The first report of them came from west of the quarry. But unless they have wings I don't know about, I don't see how they could have come over the mountains.
No other way in.
The only way I know about is barren light. Look, if you can get to the bottom of this, I can offer a considerable bounty in return. Help me shut Ulvund up.
What is this concession decree that Ulvund wants?
He wants the Sundom to designate portions of the Daunt as Oseram holdings. Only the portions, mind you, that produce any value.
Let me guess. Because he stands to profit somehow?
Exactly. With the Daunt under Oseram law, he could secure more investment for their numerous ventures.
He can't get those investments without the concession?
No. Not while there's a chance the Sundom could revoke their access. Hence, why the concession is so important to him. And why blaming the Karja for the bristlebacks, no matter how absurd, works in his favor.
How did you get stuck out here?
I asked for the posting, believe it or not. Overseeing the entire valley on behalf of the Sun King? It was an honor. Is an honor, I mean.
But your job would be a lot easier without someone like Ulvund blasting hot air all the time?
Ulvund's not going anywhere. He's been around longer than I have. Even fancies himself the founder of Chainscrape. No, I'll find a way to live with him.
나보고 잡으라고 시키지 않을까?
You said the bristlebacks were first spotted west of the quarry?
Yes, according to one terrified laborer, said the ground trembled before they came charging down the hillside. He took off and ran all the way here.
Good place to start looking then.
If you learn the truth, maybe Ulvund will stop blaming the Karja for every problem under the sun, and maybe then he'll actually focus on rebuilding Barren Light instead.
결국에 이렇게 되는군요. 이건 뭐래? 상인들인 것 같은데 아직 대화가 안 되네. 응?
Stash this away for later.
그러게요. 지금 파업 중이라 그런가? 어우, 좋은 데 있어. 호감 도작을 해야 된다고요? 여기도 하나 있다. 뭐야 이거 표시가 왜 이래?
What happened to you?
That damn mine is what happened to me.
바깥에선 있을 것 같아요.
Won't be the last injury if Olvin keeps shoving those tongs into those tunnels.
What mine?
Northeast of Chain Scrape, where the river ends. I told Corvin we should stop when the first cave-in happened, but Olvin probably threatened to cut off our pay. Or worse.
How about you slow down and take me through it? You mentioned you were injured in a cave-in.
Yeah, a couple days ago. That's how I hurt this blasted leg. Corvin and the others were opening a new vein while I was checking on an older one. As soon as their blast hit, the tunnel I was in collapsed. Might have dodged it if I wasn't running on barely a spark of sleep. We were pushing too hard and too fast.
And you're afraid Corvind and the others might not be as lucky if it happens again.
Mm-hmm. Hit the nail right on the head.
How come Olvin's in charge? Don't these mines belong to the Karja?
Try telling Olvin that. He brought in all the backing to get them open. Might as well own them. Fire and spit. You ask him. He owns us as well.
Who's Corvind?
He's their foreman. And a damn good one. The kind that knows how to deal with management when it gets unreasonable. But Olvind... his demands go beyond unreasonable. Corvin's been doing his best to appease him. He even blamed himself for my injury when it was Olvin who ordered the extra shifts.
Sounds like a good guy.
That's why we all put up with the long hours and lousy conditions. But if the whole mine becomes unstable, I'd rather suffer Olvin's wrath than die buried in rubble.
I could check in on your crew if I'm in the area.
I would appreciate that. Thank you.
매일 다른 메일로 오는구만. 마을에서 있는 퀘스트는 다 받은 것 같고 이게 조금 더 가깝네. 이미 보천지라고? 수면봇. 다 잠들어 있음. 이건 또 뭐야? 뭐야 얘?
Well, you know better than anyone it's a dangerous world out there, and not just
생긴 게 왜
against
이래?
machines. Name's O'Dirk. This here's my training pit. Best place to practice close combat this side of the Forbidden West. Say, I wonder who'd win in a fight. You, the savior of Meridian, champion of the East, or the Enduring, master of the West.
Who?
The Enduring, a legendary Tenakth fighter, the master of masters. I've heard the Tenakth have training pits just like this one. It's how the warriors get so fierce, see? And only the very best from the pits get to train with the Enduring.
So, to find the Enduring, I should look for these training pits if I'm ever out that way?
You'll have to go far if you do. The Tenakth are split into 3 clans. 3 clans, 3 capitals, 3 training pits. My guess is you'd have to beat all of them if you want to train with the Enduring. If the Tenakth don't kill you on sight, that is. But that's a far spark in the wind. As for right now, I also offer challenges to test your fighting skill.
Who would I be fighting exactly? You?
Well, I know you're the savior and all, but you have to beat all the others first to challenge me.
Rules are rules. We only use dual blades and practice arrows, mind. These drunken fools would run themselves through otherwise. You have to leave everything but your spear and practice arrows at the gate. But I'll look after your gear, not to worry. So, what do you say? Up for some training?
킹덤 검투기장 우승자의 위험을 보여주라고.
That's what I like to hear.
무기 뭐 들고 싸우나? 보상이 뭔지를 보여줘야 되는데. 이거는 내가 배웠던 스킬들 한 번씩 확인하는 것 같아요. 스승님의 뚝배기도 깨버린 잔혹한 사람이라고. 도정 교관을 이기면 온전한 두개골이 나온다고? 이게 비싼 보상인가? 비싸지 않으면 굳이 필요가 있나? 방어파. 이거 뭐 거진 다 스킬 연습용인 것 같은데? 그리고 저건 어쨌든 제가 근접 스킬을 찍어야지만 할 수 있는 거잖아요. 뭐지? 물고기? 낚시? 그냥 가서 건지면 되나? 풀이네.
This will be my stash when I need it.
물고기는 못 잡나? 미역국은 안 비리냐고요? 미역국을 국물만 먹어요. 저 앞에 전 뭐지? 아, 몹이구나. 미역 없는 미역국. 이건 시체 파밍 안 되나? 그럼 그냥 국이라고? 무슨 소리야? 미역을 넣었는데 미역국이지. 소고기 미역국 끓여서 소고기만 건져 먹는 타입. 엄마가 싫어하는 타입. 이거 몇 개 따야 되는 거지? 아, 이거 하긴 해야겠네. 표식을 획득하면 창 데미지랑 기술 포인트를 주네요. 하기는 해야 되네. 다행히 체스는 하라고는 안 시켰네. 체스까지 시켰으면 죽을 맛이었을 텐데. 생각만 해도 졸려. 빠빠체스 맛 좀 볼래? 크악. 나중에 나오지 않겠냐고? 아우. 아우 체스 생각했더니 너무 졸려. 근데 페이지가 자꾸 보여. 이거 쫓아다니다가 또 딴 길로 새게 생겼어요. 저는 어떻게 따야 되지? 그냥 가면 따지나? 에 따지네. 아 매달려서 따는구나. 그러네. 3시 다 돼가네. 오늘은 여기까지 하죠. 여기까지 하고 내일 사이드 하면서 밀어보자. 아 근데 자꾸 앞에 페이지가 보이는데? 아, 이런 거 못 참는데. 내일이요? 내일 눈 뜬다면, 눈 뜰 수 있다면 나지? 그거 해보라고? 아이 주말에 좀 늦게 자도 되지 뭘. 아 내일 키긴 키지. 간만에 신작 나왔는데 당연히 해야죠. 자, 오늘 여기까지 합시다. 여기서 저장은 안 되겠죠? 어차피 슬립으로 해놓을 거니까. 4시간 만에 말이 바뀌는 사람이라고. 아! 또 페이지 있어. 요거만 죽고. 아 근데 저기도 많이 있는데? 요거만 죽고. 여기 앞에 떼거지로 있는데? 이것만 죽고. 아이 짜증나. 저 왼쪽에도 잔뜩 있어. 좋은 거 아닌데 그만 죽으라고요? 아니 이거 저기 화살 재료라 가지고 모아두면 다 쓰지.
This whole area is rigged with tripwires.
아 그만하자. 이제 잡시다.
It's always something.
Hold tight. I'll see what I can do.
뭐임? 아 여기 뭐 퀘스트 지역인가 보네. 여기 가운데 사람 있나봐요. 잡시다. 안녕히 주무십시오. 내일 이어서 합시다. 들어가세요.